Hello and welcome to the Adult Foster Care Division's video training on assisted devices in adult foster care homes. Let's get started. An assistive device is an item such as a pillow or pad or medically supplied therapeutic support that is intended to achieve or maintain the proper position, posture, or balance of a resident. Assistive devices can provide comfort and mobility as well as support residents' health, safety, and overall quality of life. Assistive devices can also pose safety risks when not used correctly or as intended. Some examples of assistive devices commonly found in AFC homes include positioning pillows and equipment, bed rails, jerry chairs, soft vests and ties, harnesses, lap belts or trays, arm or leg restraints, and posy restraints. An assistive device or therapeutic support intended to achieve or maintain a resident's proper position to enhance mobility, physical comfort, safety, and well-being must be specified in the resident's assessment plan and agreed on by the resident or resident's designated representative. An assistive device or therapeutic support must be authorized, in writing, by an appropriately licensed healthcare professional. The authorization must state the reason for, and the term of the authorization. Anything that is used with the intent to restrain a resident and that does not permit the resident to remove the device by themselves is a restraint and is not an assistive device. Let's explore some common types of assistive devices in AFC homes further. Bed rails have many commonly used names, including side rails, bedside rails, half rails, safety rails, bed handles, assist bars, grab bars, hospital bed rails, and adult portable bed rails. Some people use bed rails to help pull themselves up, turn in bed, or to get out of bed. Facility staff members may use bed rails thinking they will prevent an older adult from falling out of bed or keep an individual with dementia from getting out of bed and wandering. These are examples of bed rails used as restraints. Potential benefits of bed rails include aiding in turning or repositioning residents within the bed, assisting residents with getting in and out of bed, and providing residents with a feeling of comfort and security. The use of bed rails also has its risks. Some potential risks include strangulation, suffocation, bodily injury or death of residents, skin bruising, cuts and scrapes on residents, and increased resident agitation. The following hazards related to improperly positioned bed rails, mattresses, or beds have been identified. A gap may be created if the mattress or mattress pad is ill-fitted or out of position. The resident may become asphyxiated if the resident slips into the gap with their face pressed against the mattress. Increased risk of serious injury or death can occur when the resident's size and/or weight is inappropriate to the bed's capacity or dimensions. A resident could roll over the top of the bed rails when overlay mattresses reduce their effective height. Rail and in-bed entrapment can occur when a side rail releases with the resident's head lodged between side rail bars, resulting in compression of the resident's neck and throat. Rail and off-bed entrapment can occur when a small person is trapped in the space between the mattress and headboard and/or the mattress and footboard. A resident could slide out of bed and become trapped between the raised side rail and the bed frame. Licensing consultants will inspect bed rails to determine whether they are mechanically sound, firmly attached to the bed frame, and the latches are in good working order. AFC providers should inspect the distance between the slats of the bed rail to ensure it is small enough to prevent the resident's head, legs or arms from becoming accidentally entrapped between the slats. Bed rail protective barriers that do not obstruct the resident's view from the bed may be used to close off open spaces between the slats, for example netting or clear padding. Padded bed rail covers that obstruct the resident's view may be used for residents who are prone to seizures or who are extremely agitated. The covers should be soft enough to prevent injury, but rigid enough to prevent a resident from becoming entrapped. Inspect any space between the bed rail and mattress and between the mattress and the head or footboard to ensure they are filled with foam wedges. AFC providers should ensure that when the bed is occupied, the top surface of the mattress is higher than the bottom of the bed rails. Most residents can be in bed safely without bed rails. Licensees can work with residents and their designated representatives to consider the following. Use beds that can be raised and lowered close to the floor to accommodate both residents and facility staff members' needs. Keep the bed in the lowest position with wheels locked. When the resident is at risk of falling out of bed, place mats next to the bed, as long as this does not create a greater risk of accident. Use transfer or mobility aids. Monitor residents more frequently. AFC providers can anticipate the reasons residents get out of bed, such as hunger, thirst, going to the bathroom, restlessness and pain. Meet these needs by offering food and fluids, scheduling ample toileting, and providing calming interventions and pain relief. Any decision regarding bed rail use should be made with the resident's designated representative, and in accordance with written authorization from the resident's licensed physician. If a bed rail has been determined necessary, additional steps can be taken to reduce the known risks associated with bed rails. Make sure the resident is an appropriate candidate for bed rails. Be aware that not all bed rails, mattresses, and bed frames are interchangeable, and not all bed rails fit all beds. Check with the manufacturers to make sure the bed rails, mattress, and bed frame are compatible. Be aware that gaps can be created by movement or compression of the mattress, which may be caused by resident weight, resident movement or bed position, or by using a specialty mattress, such as an air mattress or mattress pad. Inspect and regularly check the mattress and bed rails to make sure they are still installed correctly. Geriatric chairs, or geri chairs, are large chairs designed to help individuals with limited mobility. When compared to transport chairs, geri chairs are easier to lounge in, because they are roomier, are cushioned, and can recline. Geri chairs are frequently used as a fall prevention measure, as they often have higher sides than conventional wheelchairs to keep residents from falling. However, there are risks associated with the use of geri chairs. One of the main risks is that if left sitting in one position for too long, residents in geri chairs can develop pressure ulcers. For residents who are bedridden, have back pain, or for those with various disabilities, pillows and positioning aids can be used to help support their head, neck, arms, hands and the feet, making them much more comfortable. The use of these aids require direct care staff be trained on correct resident positioning. Direct care staff are also required to provide ongoing supervision to residents who utilize these aids to ensure residents are not experiencing pain, numbness or discomfort. Safety harnesses can be used in vehicle seats, wheelchairs, and in bathing or shower seats. They are designed to offer postural support to residents. Safety harnesses are sometimes used to keep residents with disabilities and subsequent challenging behaviors in a safe, seated position for a brief amount of time, such as while in a vehicle. Direct care staff should inspect these devices on a regular basis for wear and tear and ensure these devices are fitted and adjusted correctly. Safety harnesses should only be used to benefit a resident. Lap belts and other alternatives are intended to provide safe and adequate seating and mobility for individuals using wheelchairs. Lap belts are helpful for positioning people in their wheelchairs to reduce the risk of injury and to prevent falls. However, when used improperly or in ways other than intended, injury or even death can result. During routine inspections and special investigations, licensing consultants through interview, record review, and observation will determine how and why the device is being used, if the assistive device being used as a restraint, if staff have been trained in the proper use, application and maintenance of the assistive device, and if staff has been trained in the proper care and supervision of the resident when the device is in use. There are several ways to determine if a device is being used as a restraint. Is the device being used in place of supervision? Does the device prevent the resident from getting up and wandering around when injury is not an issue? Does the device appear to be for the convenience of staff, rather than for the protection of the resident? Can the resident remove or release the device? And is the device being used as a form of punishment? When a device is used, there must be a plan of supervision developed by the licensee to assure that the resident can obtain staff assistance as needed, and staff provide routine visual monitoring of the resident. Thank you for watching our video training on assistive devices in AFC homes. We hope you found this training helpful. Don't forget to take the training quiz. A link to the quiz is located in the information box below this video. See you soon.